everyone, welcome to TTV News with some latest events in the province, and now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last 9 months, the province economy has been recovered. Many fields have strong growth such as industry, tourism, commercial service, and transportation. This is the results of efforts of the whole political system to bring economic activities back to normal, implementing the program of socio-economic recoveries and developments after being heavily affected by the COVID-19 epidemic.
Over 50% of localities have completed the budget collection plan by September. Total investment capital for social development was estimated at over 26,000 billion Vietnam dong, an increase of over 23% over the same period. The service industry, which is mainly tourism and market services, recovered strongly when the COVID-19 epidemic was well controlled. Total retail sales of goods and service revenue is estimated at nearly 72,000 billion Vietnam dong, up 30%. Total tourism revenue is 1,235 billion Vietnam dong, up 137% over the same period. With more than 4.1 million visitors at tourist sites and attractions, TayNinh is one of 44 provinces with high tourist attraction. Industrial production has grown quite well because production and business activities of enterprises have been maintained and gradually recovering. Industrial production index in 9 months increased by over 20%. According to the leader of TayNinh Statistical Department, it is expected that in the fourth quarter, TayNinh is likely to achieve an economic growth rate of 8.84%. The solutions to remove difficulties for economic recovery have brought results. Continue to focus on leading and directing with the most determined effort to strive to complete and achieve the socio-economic targets in 2022, assigned by the resolution of the Provincial Party Committee. In order to contribute to the completion of the targets of the Congress resolution, we need to concentrate and complete the provincial planning and related plans on schedule that we are currently implementing. Currently, administrative reform and digital transformation is one of the key tasks, linking administrative reform with digital transformation so that you can further evaluate it so that there are solutions to remote administrative reform and digital transformation. Improving the investment environment of the province in this year is better than last year, creating the premise for the province to launch 2023 as the year of implementing digital transformation of the province so that we can make a change. The last 3 months of the year still pose many challenges ahead, but taking advantage of opportunities for the economy to continue to develop and achieve growth, TayNinh Provincial Field Committee directs departments and localities to actively implement key tasks and solutions to maintain macroeconomic stability, control inflation, promote growth, and ensure a right balance of the economy in the new situation. Strive to make the best efforts to achieve the goals of the province socio-economic development plan in 2022.
The audience, the people in city, especially those in Ward 2, are very interested in the plans to establish TayNinh City Markets located in Ward 2. According to the City People Committee, one of the 3 projects in the overall establishment project of TayNinh City Markets is expected to close in 2023.
The embellishment project of TayNinh City Market has been approved by the People's Committee of TayNinh City to adjust the detailed plan with a scale of about 8.9 hectares, in which the city has divided into 3 projects to invest and call for investment. These are construction projects of New City Market, the embellishment project of TayNinh City Market for the first phase and second phase. The construction project of New City Market is being implemented by the state budget with an area of 9,297 square meters. The project is currently preparing investment documents. Currently, the city is coordinating with investors to implement compensation and site clearance. The project is expected to be completed in the second quarter of 2024. For the investment project of TayNinhTV City Market, for the second phase, the City Business Committee is submitting to the Provincial Business Committee for the policy of implementing the compensation and site clearance plan to create a clean land front for the approved area as a basis for auction of land use for project implementation.
On September 28, the Provincial Party Committee of the Agencies and Interdialogue have a ceremony to announce the decisions of the Provincial Party Standing Committee on Personnel Work. Attending the ceremony, there was Standing Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, head of the Provincial Delegation of National Assembly, Phạm Hồng Thái.
The organizing committee of the Provincial Party Committee announced the decision of the Provincial Party Committee on appointing Mr. Nguyễn Tiến Tân, member of the Provincial Party Executive Committee of Agencies and Enterprises Bloc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Youth Union, to the new mission at the Provincial Party Committee of the Agencies and Enterprises Bloc. Accordingly, Mr. Nguyễn Tiến Tân was appointed to the position of member of the Standing Committee, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee of the Agencies and Enterprises Bloc since September 26, 2022 for the 2020-2025 term. Speaking at the ceremony, Mr. Phạm Hồng Thái suggested that in his new position, Mr. Nguyễn Tiến Tân should continue cultivating, training, and learning experience of previous generations, striving to excellently complete a site test. The Steering Committee of Yementou District has just held the meeting in the first 8 months of the year and set out directions and tasks for the last month of 2022 in order to evaluate the results of the implementation of social and health insurance policies over the past time in the district. In 2022, the whole district has 14 agents with 96 employees of collection agencies. During the first 8 months of the year, the number of people participating in local voluntary social insurance was 829 people. The compulsory social insurance group was 17,000 people. The district health insurance coverage is 105,000 people up to August 31, 2022, reaching 88% of the plan assigned by the Provincial Business Committee. Speaking at the meeting, Mr. Dương Văn Ư, chairman of the District Business Committee, emphasized that the units need to promote propaganda and mobilize people to participate in health insurance. Medical examination and treatment facilities need to improve the quality of health services to help people enjoy the best healthcare services. This is also considered a key solution to mobilize people to actively participate in health insurance. Recently, the Southern Working Committee of Vietnam Women's Union, led by Ms. Đỗ Thị Diệu Tâm, Deputy Head of the committee, visited supported means of livelihood and gave scholarships to orphans in TayNinhTV Province. At the Charity Sewing Group in Xóm Mới Quang Hamlet, thành phố Cam Ranh Gò Dầu District, the delegation presented two industrial sewing machines worth 12 million Vietnam đồng to the group. In An World Trong Ban Thảo, the delegation presented for scholarships to support learning means worth 1 million Vietnam đồng sponsored by Nguyễn Thị Phi Điệp and gifts from Vietnam Women's Union to 4 orphans because of COVID-19. This is an activity to implement the Godmother program launched by Vietnam Women's Union to encourage and support children to have more motivation to rise up in study and in life.
Ladies and gentlemen, site clearance and compensation has a direct impact on the construction projects and capital disbursement. In order to perform well the site clearance, TayNinhTV has mobilized people to agree and support people to resettle. Currently, locality and investors are making efforts to complete site clearance and land on location to construction units.
In 2022, with a large number of projects, many key projects of the province have large capital scale, so the site clearance is also a pressure of the locality. In order to ensure effective site clearance, the city is currently coordinating with the Department of Natural Resources and Environment and related departments in how to evaluate and make appropriate compensation plans. After the compensation solution is established, we must announce and propagate to the people to understand their rights and agree to support the government to implement and accelerate the implementation of these projects. When clearing the site, in addition to the households that do not need to be resettled, the number of households who have lost on their land for the project is always interested in where the resettled area is located, how it is built, and has enough facilities to ensure their family's life after moving to a new place. In places where site clearance is required, people do not have conditions. In the immediate future, Jamban Town also has resettlement areas such as Linh Trung, TTV Thành Công. Trang Bang also has public lands along the side of curb marks to repair their foundations, creating favorable conditions for households with difficult circumstances, whose land has been acquired a lot. Considering their circumstances, we will make lots of land to resettle here, ensuring people's life when their land is confiscated. Going to a new place to live creates conditions for people to have a better life. We have proposed to implement a resettlement site in Ratsan Quarter. The purpose of this resettlement area is to serve the site clearance of the embankment area. This project basically invests in completing on the infrastructure so that people can have a stable place to live when they are clear. At the basic construction briefing session in September, Mr. Dương Văn Thắng, Vice Chairman of the TayNinhTV Provincial People's Committee, emphasized the role of investors and local authorities in carrying out site clearance. Definitely, funding for site clearance is indispensable, not to be delayed. Investors must closely coordinate with localities. For the problems of adjusting capital, if it is low, it must borrow from the Land Development Fund to pay. Regularly cooperate with the district. As long as the plan is approved, as long as the district needs money, you must repair. It should not wait for the proposals from district. Then it implements the procedures because it will be slow. Don't let people agree to receive money without money. Previously, when implementing the project, local authorities did not pay attention to setting up resettlement areas for people whose land was acquired. In recent years, the work of establishing resettlement areas has received much attention. When implementing the project, investors must establish a resettlement area. People feel secure with a new place to live or receive compensation for acquired land that can be a livelihood for their whole family in the future. The story of compensation and handing over the site will be supported by the people without facing any difficulty.
That's all for today's TTV News. Thanks for watching and see you next time.